Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This is the intraday video. We are looking, of course, at what's gonna happen for Bitcoin in the next few hours based on the 1-hour chart and the 15-minute chart. So let's start with it. So as our bullish scenario, we have a triple 1-2s here as of course for a wave C in a big ABC expanding flat, where we are looking potentially here to our wave A for 3 waves up and of course 3 waves down for the B, and we're looking for wave C for of course the fib levels 1.38 and 1.618 100k potentially to be hit. However, this wave C right now is unfolding still potentially as bullish with triple 1-2s, as we can see here. Now we got of course an impulse 1-2-3 yesterday. We are currently in the wave 4. It should be bottomed actually, and it should move toward the upside. And that because, of course, if we take here the fib levels for a wave 4 taken from this wave 2, we can see even that we have passed, of course, the 0.38, and we're looking at least as well still for the 0.5 in case we move toward the downside. However, this is already very deep. If we want to read it inside it for the bearish scenario, we're coming to the 15-minute chart, but the bearish scenario, of course, can be here our W, X, and a Y. We don't want to forget this, that you might have a W and an X here and a wave Y. The wave Y can be finished at the 1-to-1 fib level here. So we have to be careful with it because, yeah, if it finishes here as potentially finished 3 waves, this can be finished even as a WXY internally 3 waves. 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and finish 3 structure as well for a WX and a Y. Meaning this wave B that we are looking at, or we're looking for to finish inside the 1.618 as an expanding flat, can be finished as of course a truncated flat here with W, X, potentially W, sorry, the 3 ways up W, X, and a Y. Yeah? So truncated meaning it would not reach the high. It will fail to reach the high, and that means, of course, it might transform to 3 waves up continuation simply toward the downside for one more leg. And this, of course, opens the scenario for a wave Z, yeah, as we saw in the daily, meaning in WXYXZ, WXYX, and a Z, which is here in the orange. Or it can be even something else. It can be something like an impulse after having 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, typical Elliott wave. And potentially, of course, you still have many scenarios that can be, of course, ending diagonal for, of course, 3 waves down, 3 waves up for wave B here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So many scenarios can unfold in this area, guys, for bearish more than the bullish. Yeah, so this is the thing. And of course, since we are in a bear market, so high potential to be bearish, so be careful. It might turn up at any time. If we move in the 15-minute chart for a little bit more micro analysis here, so we can see if we have a wave 4 here, the time required for wave 4 has been already almost reached. So if we have the time taken from the wave 2 here, we have, of course, reached the 0.618, which is a requirement, of course, but perfection would be the 1-to-1 fib level, of course, meaning, yeah, potentially if we get a very deep wave 4, yeah, how much are the chances to move really toward the upside again and to take the high, and then without retracing on the 1-to-1 fib level, right? So this start to increase a little bit the possibility of finishing at least even at the 1-to-1 fib level, because if we dive deeper, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say, to finish this impulse, and we finish at the 1-to-1 fib level, and potentially it's gonna finish ABC, right? Unless this ABC has already finished here somehow with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe, but your wave 4 is very shallow in time, which is very rare case scenario. So we have to be careful, of course. This is not looking good as well, knowing that here on the 15-minute chart, we can see as well if we are moving in a 1 2 3, yeah, like an impulse 1 2 3, you have this 1 2 here, which is an ABC. Yeah, not looking really good. Yeah, how much the chances are for this to be a wave one, meaning higher potential that we are in three waves up, three waves down, 1 2 3 4 5 for a finished wave C, meaning three waves, and that might open the scenario if in case we are in a 1 and then 2 here, you are in a wave 3, 4 and a 5. So we have to be careful with it. This might transform also to an ABC or a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 toward the downside. Yep, so these are the potential higher possibility that we are bearish right now, guys, because I don't see continuation unless, of course, yeah, we don't invalidate this and we don't take the low. If we take the low, this is a confirmation that we're moving for lower, and potentially we might invalidate, of course, this a huge impulse, at least because if you are in a zigzag, you're very already close to it. And if we take a look on the KGT, we have here, of course, a sell signal on the 3-minute chart, and we see this CVD line is very, very high, meaning, of course, it needs to relax toward the downside. So higher potential that we are moving here with the tops. Potentially, you have a signal here. If we go a little bit to the weaker signal, here we go. You see, of course, a convergence with a bearish here, which it might, of course, put a pressure on it to bring this CVD line toward the downside. Now, you have also a bullish signal over there here, which is also kind of like a strong signal, but it's not divergent. You will need, of course, lower prices still to create a divergence, but yeah, if we break this low, that means it will be also invalidated, meaning still higher potential is for the bearish here. Yeah, even on KGT showing a little bit more bearish pressure, we're gonna see, guys. However, let's watch and see, be careful with it. Of course, it's not very, very clear yet, especially with those three waves here. Yeah, it doesn't really look very, very bullish to continue toward the upside, unless, of course, if we hold on here and it is forming a 1-2, like the chance was, okay, given for a 1-2 here, 3, 4, 5, meaning that you might be, of course, in a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, but still opening the risk for the 1-to-1 fib level, meaning, again, toward the downside, guys. Yep, so we're gonna watch and see what's gonna happen. I would say higher potential, still going bearish right now. Based on this price action, we would like to see, of course, continuation. If we don't see continuation toward the upside, and we see, of course, is this at least even the wave one interfering with the zone here, we cannot be really bullish anymore. Yeah, so I would say this. let's put this there, guys. I would say here this price is invalidation of bullish. Okay, that means we're gonna take the low. Okay, if we see the price getting this level, and we're gonna take the low. And if you're gonna take the low, at least you are in a zigzag. And when you are at least in a zigzag, meaning the second invalidation of bullish is given, and that of course opens the scenario for bearish, guys. For today on X, we have LTC updated and also the SUI updated. Don't forget to watch it, of course, and to take benefit of this short updates as well, videos for 2 minutes on the short time frame, and also for the LTC main scenarios. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.